Folks, Matt Gunnifson here. Thanks again. This is video 2. We're talking about Neo Mindset, the mindset that's going to help you have success in Neo Network, and that's what I'm committed to. That's why I'm here. That's what I'm doing these videos for. Now, this video, I always like to study people who have success, don't you? I mean, I always like to study people who have results, who are just able to do amazing things. And so I want to talk about Chris Daugherty. I want to talk about, what was it? Why is it that Chris was able to have such success when so many people weren't? You ever wonder that? I mean, why is it that people succeed? I've always been curious about that. What are they doing? What are they believing? And that's what really matters, guys. Because what happens is when we truly believe something, when we truly believe it, it comes across. I was heard a good analogy, a good example I want to talk to you about, which was, imagine talking to your prospects, and you're talking to your prospects. This was given to me by Vic Streishaus, a great recruiter. He said, imagine talking to people like, about your business, right? And it's almost like you have a needle, right? And you're just throwing it at them. Now, you throw a needle at somebody, you can maybe hurt them. You can definitely impact them, like nick them a little bit. But it's a completely different thing. Then imagine you get that same needle and you put it at the end of a steel rod. And then you can just shove it. You can really penetrate somebody that way. You can even penetrate their heart, right? You can really get down in there. And so what's the difference? What am I talking about? When we're talking to our prospects, if we just say Neo Network, it's great, yeah, blah, 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 because maybe that's what we believe, right? Versus if we truly believe, we say, Merry Christmas. I just gave you the best gift you've ever seen. You're going to want to take a look at this right now. You see what I'm saying? There's a big difference because if I actually believe that, if I actually say, wow, this is so huge, you are going to love this. You're going to say, thank you, thank you, thank you so much after you see this. Do you see the difference? So belief, guys, belief is what I'm talking about. But I actually came to talk about a completely different matter, which was clarity. Clarity. So when Chris first got started, right, in making money online, and this is just from an outside perspective. Obviously, he could tell you a different, better perspective than I could, but he needed X amount of dollars. I don't know what it was, maybe $250,000. He needed that money because he needed to build that church. So it was like an exact amount in his mind that he needed the money for. See, a lot of times we talk to people about, what do you want to accomplish? What do you want to do inside Neo Network? And people don't have an exact, right off the tip of their mind, boom, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to accomplish. And this is why I want to accomplish it. And it has to be, in my opinion, one of the things I noticed about Chris, his goal was something that was bigger than outside of him. So just make sure that what you need the money for is something that's bigger and outside of you. It can be a lot of different things, but just keep that in mind. That's not to say that it can't be for you as well. It can. It's just got to be something that's bigger, that actually calls you to action, that says, oh, we're going to do this. This is what I need the money for because I want to see this happen, and this is something that's outside of me. Okay? So Chris, when he got started, he had a very clear why he was doing the money, because he needed X amount of dollars to do that. That's why he was doing it. And he was not going to quit until that happened, right? And then there was also what he needed the money for, which was the exact amount, the X dollars. He needed this amount of money to do what he wanted to do. So do you see how that gives you clarity? Now, why is clarity important? Because having clarity by itself is not going to generate your results, right? It's not like, oh, I'm crystal clear about what I want and why I want it. Bing, money, come on in. No, it doesn't work that way. It gives you a context. It gives you a context. So every time you're going to sit down on the computer and you get at work, or every time you're going to start talking to people and you're going to get to work, it gives you a context so you know why you're doing what you're doing, and that what you're doing now, right, is going to help you get to where you want to be. And I've talked to a lot of folks, and they don't have written goals about what they want to accomplish in Neo, and they're not very clear on why they want to have that, of course, right? And so having that is going to be extremely important, because when you actually are taking the actions, the actual work, the actual stuff that actually generates you money, it's going to have a context where you're not going to give up, where you know that talking to someone now is not going to necessarily bring that future goal into fruition. It's just a step. It's just a small step to getting you to, what your eventual goal is. So I hope that was helpful to you. I'm going to have another, video, but this video, like I said, is mostly about clarity, understanding your why you're doing things, what you're doing them for, and some advice that was given to me again by Vic Stricehouse. The guy's a genius, right? Was page after page getting exactly clear about why you're doing this. Why are you here? What brought you to Neo? What do you want to do, and why? Why do you want to accomplish whatever it is that you want to accomplish? So, so I hope that was helpful to you guys. Stay tuned. Subscribe to my channel. We're going to be on lesson 3. We're going to talk about some more mindset training. I don't have it right clear in my head right now exactly what we're going to talk about, but just some things that I've noticed. I'm talking to folks, and like I said, I really want to help you. I want to help you get to where you want to go, and I think this video series is going to help you get there. So thanks, guys. Stay tuned. We'll see you on lesson 3.